Tell us a little bit about Positive People, because I feel like we've not had a good old check-in this year. I think we did kind of a lot of stuff at the end of the year and a lot of celebrations in your team with the targets and things you guys did.
And from that, it's kind of brought more work for us, which is brilliant because we get to help more people. We've got more funding allocated to us. So it is brilliant. It's just we're very much heads down. We're trying to work more in the south and east area, trying to engage more people in that area to get them into training and employment. So it has kind of taken us out a little bit. We're doing a lot of walking around the south east areas, and I think now because we are back out face to face, it's brilliant because it's back to what we did before.
Yeah.
And you kind of forgot what we did before. But actually, this was the stuff we did. We'd get out there. We've revamped our leaflet. You know, the team has changed. We are in the last 12 months of our contract. So we are on our last push to get the last lot of people really into training or education. So,
and I guess the last 2 years very much has been emails, phone calls, maybe some Teams calls and things, or Zoom. So really nice to be back out in the community. But in the next breath, are you seeing kind of new challenges that people are facing on their kind of journeys? Or is it kind of people's mindsets change where actually it's time for a change and opportunities rife?
Yeah, I think it's brilliant to go back to face-to-face, and I think people are welcoming it again. Some people are still quite anxious about it, so they still have the choice. But at the same time, I think COVID is, I don't think we realise that it's not a normal thing, what the pandemic we've just been through, and coming out the other side of it now. And I know we're still high in numbers and stuff like that, but I feel like it's not done a lot of people a lot of good in some ways. So some people might have been isolated before COVID and it was okay, and then it's like now, you know, again. Then other people that have got into themselves and it's trying to get them back out again. I think that's been quite difficult, and there's a lot of emphasis around young people at the moment. I think young people is the top of agenda for a lot of things.
Right.
And I think they've had it really, I think everyone's had it tough, but I think they've had it really tough. So we're working with a lot of young people. We've been going in the colleges. People's families aren't being able to support young people to do courses because they can't afford. There's been quite a lot of knock-on effects with people. So I think with Positive People and the funding from the Big Lottery and the European Social Fund, it's helped us maybe change people's lives really, their journeys, helps them a bit more of a positive journey, I suppose. And if we get it right with the young people now, I think they've got a better chance later on in life.
Yeah, and I think that's a big focus around well-being as well. That's a huge kind of I get not barrier, but some people struggle with to then being ready for work, isn't it? It's not all about finding you a job or giving you the skills for the job or whatever. It's about getting you ready to be in the right mindset and prepared for it.
Yeah, and you know, they say, you know, it's a work and education, an employment and education programme. But some people are so far away, but actually it might be just a case of they need some sessions with like Quiet Connections who do a lot of work around well-being, and we can fund that. That's changed quite a lot of people's lives. Like, it's gotten back out the confidence up and stuff. I went to see a lady the other day and she just sat there and she cried because she'd not seen anybody for a month. She kind of had a full-on volunteering job. It had gone badly wrong. And then she's back to where she was before, and she was just in tears. And it was like, right, what can I do for this lady? And we've got the farm over in the Roseland. And I always look at the farm. It's very good at that well-being stuff. They're out on the cliff. They're round with animals. They're round with nature. They can start establishing networks with people. But you're outside, so you're not all like kind of inside, if that makes sense. It's a bit freer, so they're not feeling shut in. So she's going to go to the farm. She's going to have some sessions with Quiet Connections. And I think we'll probably see a change quite quickly with her. It's just getting that self-belief back up and that self-esteem. And I think that's really important when people start looking for training and employment. So,
I mean, you guys have been doing this for what? 3 years?
4 years.
4 years. You know what you're talking about. You've seen some great journeys over the years of real success stories, and also probably learnt some lessons of actually what didn't work for people. So now surely is the time for people who are looking to kind of engage or that extra support to really reach out and make the most of the kind of next 12 months.
I would say so. I mean, I had a young lad the other week. He was like, you know, I met him in a police station, and they were like, they had to put like, we want to get him involved in something. He wants a job. What's your dream job? I want to work at Biffa. Okay. Doing what? Like in the recycle, I want to be outside. I want to be outside sorting. Okay, so we've got a link. And I'm now in touch with Biffa at the truck side of it and the recycle side of it, and then they're coming to me now going, have you got anybody on your books that want to work?
I love this.
And like they want to employ people who are quite far away, and this young lad was, and he, fair play to him, he got up and did it and met him, and they said, right then, start. And I've managed to buy him all new PPEs, new boots and work equipment, and yeah, he's got a full-time job, loving life. He's got his dream job, like.
And
I did that within 5 days?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Connecting the dots. And are you finding that, your team finding that with employers as well, that they're wanting to be a bit more mindful about connecting with some of the harder to reach people to get into employment?
Yeah, I think like with the NHS, we've just done joined some events with them in the Clays area, because I think they were wanting to meet target people in them areas, so they don't get many people applying for jobs in the NHS from that area. So they've gone into all the like little working men's clubs and had like stalls out, and we were part of that, and we got quite a few referrals, and I think they're trying to open up to how they can fill these posts up. We went into Hendra at Newquay, and he was like, well, what workers have you got for me? We wanted to go there, so if you want to employ somebody, we can help with this, this and this. And he's like, well, no, I want you to bring people with you. And I'm like, well, I ain't got people, like that. But
and we're not a staffing agency.
No,
do you know what I mean?
But employers are really like, I think especially in the hospitality trade, I think it's quite difficult for them at the moment, especially now season's starting and they're not fully up to capacity with the staff, because then it's the housing situation. There's been quite a lot of knock-on effects, I think, with COVID, and I think, we've never been in this situation before, so we don't know the answers, do we?
It's new ground, isn't it?
We're just bumbling along, aren't we, and hope for the best, and like you and me say a lot, it'll all work out in the end. It will all work out in the end.
Yeah, it's about being that positive, isn't it? We were in Minehead last week with the Somerset Positive People team, and it's really nice to kind of meet some of those guys and see how they've been doing things. And they were saying self-employment is a huge popular thing at the moment in Somerset. Is that kind of the same here?
Yeah, especially in COVID, when we were in lockdown, we were working with the job centres, and they were saying so many people had decided to go self-employed. Like, I think the lowest numbers people were signing on. People had decided to change, and we were helping people get with Outset Cornwall. We were helping people like to set up businesses. So if they needed equipment, we were able to do that. So we had a lot of people wanting to like do beauty, or I think they were like reflexology. We were buying beds for that. There's so much stuff we've done. It's really hard to, my team works so hard, and we have fantastic results, and we are really in a privileged position, really, to watch people's journeys and how people can move forward. And to me, that's what our job is, and I feel like, we've done a good job.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, it's staggering, really, the amount of kind of names and numbers that have gone through over the years, and that's so great for Cornwall, and especially how small your team are and the project is really across the county. What have you got any kind of focus for the kind of the final 12 months, I suppose? Is there any kind of target areas or people?
Our last referrals are going to be taken up until the end of September.
So really not long left.
No, we haven't got long left at all. So we are, our focus is south and east at the moment. The coast to coast area, like which is Truro, Falmouth, that area seems to be kind of, we've probably met our contractual needs for there, and we do really well in that area. South and east has always been a bit more difficult.
So when you say south and east, for people who maybe don't...
So Osto, the Clays. In COVID times, I did go further out, but I'm having to bring it a bit in, But at the end of the day, if anybody wants to work with Chaos and Positive People, and then they're referring from wherever in Cornwall, we will take the referral. I've started working up in Bude and Camelford, because people want to work with Positive People team from Chaos.
Yeah.
And I think it's because we're visually out there, and that makes a difference. People have now got faces again. We're out there, we're actually out there being real with people, and that's what people need to see and hear now, I think.
Great stuff. Linz, remind people how they can reach out and get in touch. Can you remember? Or what's your kind of preferred method?
It is to email in. So most people emailing, post professionals emailing to me direct, because we get a lot of referrals from professionals, but people can self-refer, and is it Positive People?
Yeah, Positive People at Chaos Group Cornwall.co.uk, yeah. And I guess, like you say about working in partnership and referrals, that would be maybe people going to the job centre?
It's everywhere at the moment. I can't even...
Right.
Yeah, like the police, the probation, social services. I have a lady that works in a job centre from the National Careers Service, like, 'cause she loves chaos so much. I get all her referrals. She loves the fact that what we do. I think it's about, we've done so much networking and got knowing people, and we're so flexible, we're so creative. We don't just put people in a box. Everybody's a person with all different things, and we're all about inclusivity, aren't we, and connecting in the community and all that stuff. So I think that's why people like working with us, I think.
So get in touch, email, or let's even just contact us here at Chaos TV or Chaos Radio, and we can put you in touch with lovely Linz and the team. Thank you for coming in today. I know you guys are really busy and you've got so much to do, and I know it's not your favourite thing coming on the TV. It's not my favourite thing. I don't know whose idea it was to set a TV channel up. I don't know. But, thanks, Linz. Enjoy the rest of your day.